video, we move to the chapter 3 for ArchiMate 3.2 language structure and took the third part, layering of the ArchiMate language. Within this part have the two concepts or the contents. One is what is the layer. We call that is a co-layer, and what are the primary relations. I will show you this during this course. So video. So when we see here, during the last video is we already built this concept under model and then split that into or classify that into the element and the relation. So for the element, we have those conceptual part is like behavior structure and the motivation composite, and we also have the layered. So when we move to the next video is talking about the framework, then you will see that the matrix the meaning. But for now is the ArchiMate core language define a structure of generic element and their relationship, which can be specialized in different layers. We have three core layers from the beginning of this ArchiMate retrieving the concept by the open group and the TOGAF. So we have the business layer, application layer, and the technology layer. So if you refer that to the TOGAF, you may see we have the business architecture. So that can be the depict of the business service offered to customer. So customer can be the primarily the external customer, or now is more and more is also including the internal customer. That can be also the business layer you are talking. Because if you are working as a group company, so within a group of your company, you may have a different business area, different business unit, and across those business area or business unit, you also deliver the certain business service. So that can also be modeled within the business layer. So those are realized in organization by business process performed by business actor. So those are the things I already show you, like this one. So perform our business process by assigned from our named business actor that happened on the business layer. And then the application layer depicts the application service that support the business. So application layer is normally work for the business. And the application realize them. So in our very simple this sample, so you can see if I build our application components, I can keep breaking down this into the further detailed application components. I can make that serving, or I can change this as a realization. So I can realize to the business process, or sometimes it's not the business process. I will also is here. You may see we have multiple those notations. Sometimes it's my application components within application layer. I will realize our application service, which can be understood as the cross layer. So your business people may understand when you package your application solution into our business service naming, and this business service then you can see is serve your business process. So you can have a different way to have describing of your architecture between the application layer and the business layer. If you have the enough knowledge, for example, if you only know this application is purchased by the external third party vendor, or sometimes we call that is the costs, or the those the package that coming from the the market. Maybe you don't need know what are the application service represent. Then you can just use the simpler way. But if you develop those application by your own in-house, and you are starting from this waterfall or whatever the application development methodology, then you most of the time you should starting to define your applications service layer, applications function layer, then applications components layer. Then you have named a list of the application. Then you can have this write the more detailed mapping or modeling way. So that is again is back to earlier what I mentioned is doing the architecture modeling is a kind of the validating is the level of your knowledge, how you can abstract the reality. So if you have less knowledge in the beginning, fine, you use the shorter way. Once you know is you're breaking down that and adding our named application service layer, you can replace this simpler shortcut by this more the detail modeling. But back to our layering of the ArchiMate languages, these are implement these two layers across modeling. And furthermore, is if you back to mapping to the TOGAF, the ADM. So in TOGAF is application layer actually is split into the two layers. One is the application system layer is on the application, and the application system layer is on the data. So in TOGAF is having some the information and the data, the concept, but as I mentioned in one earlier the video is within ArchiMate, it's still the arguments and the back and forth discussion is how we model and what detail we model the information layer and the data layer in ArchiMate. So you may say here is we already have some the information related notation that we can use. Like is in the business layer, you have the business object. In application layer, you have this data object, and in this technology layer is you have our artifacts. So in that ArchiMate community's discussion threads is you can read is some recommendation is when you model the information layer, you can try to utilize these three as sitting in the three core layers. Then they try to use that to represent this can be our this information the or sometimes we see it from the business part is a business term or your information vocabulary and then or dictionary. So this can be your database. This more like is the logical the layer of your the data, and this can be your physical layer, like is the actual DB tables and the DB field. So with those is you can also connect them with certain things like the realize. From here is I can also realize, or is you just use the connect with them. So those are something is from here. If you map that to TOGAF, it can be a little interesting part. And for sure, is the technology layer is on this light green part is for the both information and operational technology. You can model processing, storage, communication technologies to support application world and the business. So if I have our application, this application is hosted in our environment, then I model that in our node, and then this when I connect that is you can use the I can serve, I can realize if I use the serve. So this means this the application is served by our certain the technology node, and within this node is if I treat this node just like if my knowledge just stop as this node is fine, or is gradually is I have some the box, so I can divide divided my node into the several devices, and those devices can be with my application server. And then this you can see, you can when you get more knowledge, you can see is my application server has our the system software. So if you drag that out, you can see it's some the by default, they have this composite relation. So means is, or maybe I have our Windows server operating system and running on this Windows server as a device, and this device, no matter it's a physical or virtual server, is work for this node. This node is the application environment in the infrastructure level. So that is the technology layer by default, and also is have this some physical technology with facility, physical equipment, material, and distribution network. So in Archi2, these four are have a slightly separating line, but you can see they are in the same color scheme. So which means that both of these two groups are belong to one technology layer, and well, when you use this line or this line is depending on your industrial nature. So I should say is if you watch the Archi Insurance, the case study, I have the separate course for that two case study. So you may see is Archi Insurance we almost use or only use these lines of this technology layer. But when you watch on that ArchiMate case study, we are quite heavily use these four because ArchiMate is a manufacturing company, and we are building is kind of those production lines and also the facilities and the material, those supply chains. So all these four are really useful and tangible is for us to do such kind of the physical technology. So you may also compare these two lines as this within technology we have some of the logical technology and the physical technology. So or you see that logical is means information operational technology. So that is the three core layer. The general structure of model within the different layer is similar. So you may see here, as also I mentioned, is that there's quite several notation like this business process. Then we call that application process, and also we have a technology process. They are same and several others. So that is the historical the adoption is we create those three same notation items, but separate that into the three different layers. But in the new discussion is possible is you may see there's a trend is we may merge them into some more abstracting process the notation, and you don't need to distinguish that as the business or application or technology process, for example. So that still keep changing, but we will keep monitoring that. And then this that is the layer for the element. Since in our core model, we also have the relationship. So here is also is the relationship, but the most important relationship is called the serving relation, and also we have the certain days realization relation. But here is just I leave that to you to read this paragraph because it's just a sample to show you is if you are trying to make those notations link, you are always can not always, but primarily you can use this serving. You can see it's from application service. I can use serving to the business process. From a node, I can use serving to the application components. That is serving is quite the commonly used, but I don't want to emphasize any relationship specifically because within the ArchiMate gradually I will introduce we may have total 11 distinguished relationships, and all those every relationship has certain meanings, and they have the certain special usage. And if you use this Archi tool, you may see here, click help, and here is the ArchiMate relations. You also can get our big list of this relationship. So this is the ArchiMate relationship implement in this Archi tool. So I don't think it's made 100% always matching to the ArchiMate, but it should be 99% at least. But if you can see here is serving is this I think is the serving is the V. So you can see from the any the source to the destination. If you have no, they have a V inside is then that means is from this notation you have our serving relation valid to this notation. So if there's a no V, then this you don't have the valid this serving relation. Like you cannot use artifacts serve or technology interaction. They can only allow you to use association or realization. So, but that using which relation is, frankly speaking, is depending on your context when you do the modeling. So, with that is I introduce this layering, the ArchiMate language. Within this one, we don't need to do any hands-on those are meta model, but in the next one we may touch base some more the framework and reflect that into the certain meta model in ontology. So see you in 3.24. So let me see here. I can start to add this numbering. So bye for now.